Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, this space out here, you know it's my baby. It's my baby, and finally, this is going to be like family weekend here because I got my parents coming, possibly my brother and his kids that are grown, they're grown-ass kids are coming. We got Rio Washington that's going to be in here. You know, we talked to him today. He ain't holding no punches against that Washington football team. He's ready to melt down, I'm sure, on Sunday if they lose to the Falcons. But we got 4 games, all NFC East at the same time. And I'm going to be watching all 4 of them and keeping you up to speed with all of them. You're going to see Rashid in the house probably crying because they're going to get their ass handed to you. You're going to see Rashid getting commentary on his game. You're going to have Philly 500 meltdown camp. And we might even check in with Bad Dog and see if he's crying as well. But we'll see. We'll see how all that goes. And I'm bringing it to you. So, got a problem here that I need a 4th television setup in here. So I'm in here working right now. I need more power out here. I mean, literally. I have putting in 3 new outlets in a dedicated circuit so that way I can mount a TV, so I have it right up here. So if you're sitting here, you'll be able to see Washington and the Cowboys at the same time. You know, or if you're sitting at the desk up here, you'll see the Eagles, the Giants, Washington, and Dallas all at the same time because that's how we roll. But there's some rumors out there. Don't shoot the messenger. I can't confirm if any of them are real or not. But here's where we are with DeShawn Watson. First of all, people will say DeShawn Watson, he's better than Dak Prescott. Well, that's up to their opinions. They both have the same playoff record, okay? You know, Dak Prescott's got 1, DeShawn Watson has 1. And actually, if you look at the numbers are pretty much the same. People will say, well, Dak's got better weapons and stuff. Well, he didn't until he got Amari Cooper, and then down the road got CeeDee Lamb. But be that as it may, but whatever. You can argue that one all you want. But I can say this much: Dak was never part of a 4-12 team like last year. Watson played all 16 games, and for me personally, I don't care what the circumstances are. You accepted one of the highest paid contracts in the NFL, and you just decided, you know what, I'm just not going to play. I'm going to take your money, but I'm just not going to play. That kind of makes me wonder, if you come to my team as my quarterback, who's to say you won't do that again? Now, I don't know what went on in Houston. I'm just saying, for me, that's where always in the back of my mind, I'm going to wonder if you're going to have a tantrum and do that. And then, of course, there's the legal issues, which haven't been resolved. But we're not in the market for a quarterback, so hey, great. So, Houston is kind of getting it from the fans. They're kind of like looking and seeing David Mills or whoever it is. It could be David Wiley for all we care. I mean, it doesn't matter. As the quarterback, and the Texans being terrible, and they're sitting there knowing that you're paying DeShawn Watson to be there. They need to move him just to get this saga closed, just so they can move on. So originally they were talking about 3 or 4 number 1s. Allegedly their prices come down, so it may still be we're looking for 2 or 3 number 1s, or maybe 2 number 1s and some other change. Now, the likely places that could use a quarterback right now, you look at, of course, Miami, because Tua has had the injury history, and he's injured right now, and you look at that as a team that could make some noise if they have a quarterback. Okay? So, Miami. The Eagles were interested in before. Now, according to Chris Sims, okay, Chris Sims is also that guy who's talked about Dak Prescott and his shoulder. Oh, you know, his arm basically is going to fall off. Him and Mike Farello, Pro Football, whatever it is, talk. Mike Farello is forever making up rumors that are unsubstantiated, okay? he's the same guy that said there might be a tape of Des Bryant that's 10 times worse than Ray Rice. Key word is there might be. Okay. So Chris Sims, of course, yesterday says, well, Jeffrey Lurie has given the green light to do this, or he heard. Okay. Chris Sims is not an insider. Okay. He's not an insider, and he's an idiot. That's my personal take. You can have a different one. I'm sure the Sims family has a different take on them being an idiot or not. But then again, maybe they think he's an idiot too. Okay. Jay Glazer is a guy who is an insider. Doesn't mean he gets everything right. Was in the airport, and some Eagle fans came up to him and said, hey, are the Eagles in the market for DeShawn Watson? He said they're not in the mix right now. Okay. And he said he couldn't tell if they were happy or mad because they were cussing. And Eagle fans, they always cuss. They're always cussing. Good or bad, they're always cussing and mad. That's just the way Eagle fans are, although I can't say I've seen any in the last few days. And if you've seen some Eagle fans, let me know because I'd like to talk to them. So that supposedly says the Eagles aren't getting into there. Now, here's the next part of the rumor. Washington who, for whatever reason, doesn't want to pick up the phone, give Cam a call. There must be some really bad blood between Ron Rivera and Cam Newton where we're just not going to do it. Maybe they think that Cam Newton is just done. It's just another stopgap. It's another Ryan Fitzpatrick. He may not be able to stay in line. Playing the whole COVID issue, whatever. Supposedly they're not there, even though that won't cost them anything. The rumor is that we're hearing, or at least I was told, is 3 teams are in talks about DeShawn Watson. The Houston Texans, of course, because he's their property. Miami Dolphins, who would like to get DeShawn Watson to be their quarterback now and of the future. And then, of course, Washington. Now, this is where this whole rumor doesn't quite make sense because we were hearing, or I've heard, that it's a 3-team type deal and that 2 would get quarterbacks and 1 would get picks. Well, it's got to be Houston getting the picks because you would think that Houston would end up taking Tua and giving away DeShawn Watson plus the picks. So it may be that Houston doesn't want Tua, that they're worried about the injury history. They want the picks. Well, it may be that Miami needs more money or more picks to trade to get Houston, and that Houston doesn't want Tua as one. So it could be that that Miami will try and trade Tua to get an extra pick or so that they can use to package up to go ahead and get Watson. Does that make sense? That's the only thing that makes sense from the rumor that I heard, would be Washington would take Tua, but the problem with taking Tua is injured, and Tua needs work. He's not going to help you right away, and Washington needs help right away. So I don't know if any of this is legit or not, but I'm at least letting you guys know what is being said out there by Chris Sims, Jay Glazer, as well as the rumor mill that is, of course, football. I'm just glad that we have Dak. And with that being said, I'm going to finish this. And if I hear something else, I'll let you know. Woo! Back to work.